Welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. Let me get the ladies in. Okay. Like my top? Yes. Guess what we're talking about today? Absolutely. We're talking about fasting, water fasting. I've just come off a water fast, which was about 7 days, and then I slowly went on to liquids and then solids. And I'd like to share that experience with you today, if that's okay. First of all, if you all know me by now, you can see clearly that my conversation is far more calmer. I'm not as hyper as I was before. One of the reasons for that is because after a water fast, if you integrate into that water fast parasite cleanse, you'll find that if you can eliminate the parasites from your gut and from your mind, then you'll find yourself a lot more calmer. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe you haven't seen a difference at all, but personally, I feel a lot more calmer. What are the effects of water fast? If you do a water fast correctly, and let me say this, there's no such thing as an ABC. Correctly means that you have to be smart, you have to be savvy, you need to be knowledgeable, you need to have expert advice. Absolutely. And you also have to take things, in my humble opinion, step by step, day by day, moment by moment. So you're always listening to your body and you're always prepared. You're always going through certain emotions that may be highs and lows. But at the end of it, after you've done a water fast, you'll find that, and I'll give you a great example. You stand on one leg and see the difference between your balance afterwards. It's literally incredible. Your balance is so much more sturdier. Now, that said, just that alone should give you an indication that if my balance is far more stronger, that must mean that my ears are more stronger. My breathing is much more imbalanced. My senses of my ears and my eyes are stronger, and everything must be stronger if my balance is correct. Now, I don't know huge, I don't have huge knowledge on yoga, but I'm sure Ajahn once said to me that yoga and the poses are far more than just poses, just movements. They're a message of your life and your journey and your spiritual growth. So when you stand and you stand on one leg and you can stand and balanced on one leg, it means that you are becoming stronger in so many ways. So after a 5-day water fast, I noticed that when I was in the shower and I was washing one of my feet, that I was actually stood on one foot and I was solid. And I'm like, whoa, this is mad. And I thought, let's just try the other foot, because that's the kind of guy I am. This could be just coincidental. I might be just balanced for some reason, but hey, I tried the other leg. I was really balanced and I could wash my feet with soap at the same time on one leg. And have you ever tried it? Sometimes we're all over the place. We have to lean up against something. And then I realized, wow, whatever has happened inside my brain, it's cleared my brain, it's cleared my gut, it's cleared some of the negativity within me. Each of us hold some kind of parasites. That is probably a good estimation. We all hold them. Some of the things that I've learned from Don Tolman is that if you eat meat or fish, the chances are you will have different types of parasites, big or small or what have you. Some people will argue the fact that we need parasites. Now, I don't know about that, but I can tell you this. After I've cleansed myself after the 5 days on the water fast, I've never felt as strong. And I'm going to break down some of the things that happened to me over those days and why I was so quiet and why I didn't make any videos. And the one video that I did make, I was kind of all over the place, and I realized, hey Mark, you're not fully you're not fully strong yet. And that was to do with energy. And energy, the energy that you need to then bring back into your life force, because there's different energies. One energy where, like a dog, if he's poorly, will go and lie down and just drink water until he's strong again. And then he'll start to eat again. Well, that's the same when you're on a fast. When you're on a fast, what you're doing is you're purging, you're clearing all the toxins, all the meats, all the fats, all the non-foods, all the poisons that we intake daily. When you're on a water fast, and one of the things to me on a water fast tells me everything. We are never, ever been told by our government or by anybody for that matter how powerful our body truly is. You'll never, because if the government were to say to you, okay guys, let us tell the truth. Should we tell the truth, everybody? Yeah. Look, it's your body that really heals nearly everything. But we take credit for it by pharma. We take credit for it by these tablets. We take credit for it, but actually, the real truth is, if you don't go anywhere near them, your body will probably clear it all up within 7 to 12 days anyway. Don Tolman says within 3 days. But what I'm saying is, your body is the most powerful temple in the world. It's incredible. So, what happens on a water fast? When you completely cut out solids and you just go onto water, this is the most fascinating thing that I heard from Don Tolman, which makes so much sense. Your body starts to look for food inside the body. Now, your body is not going to feed from itself. So what it's going to look for is all the foreign entities inside your body. So it could be tumors, which basically is poisons that's been stacked up into a ball, into a sack. It's going to look for anomalies, things that like heavy metals and different things. It's going to look for all sorts of things that should not be in your body. So if there's kind of disease in the body and your bones or joints are a bit messed up because there's all sorts of stuff that shouldn't be there, your body is so clever that it goes and looks for anything it can eat and turn into energy. So while you're on a fast, if you think to yourself, my body is going after all of the things that should not be in my body. So it's going to clean all your eyes, it's going to clean all your ears, it's going to clean all your stomach, it's going to go for all of them parasites and eat them as well. It's going to clear them away. And plus the fact parasites can only survive in a body when you feed them. They don't survive with water. They can't live off eating water, so they'll start to die. But if you introduce into your water fast after so many days a parasite cleanse, which what I use is what I sell because I know it works, and that is a combination of sage, which is actually a cleanser to the whole of the spiritual and physical body, but also mugwort. Mugwort is an absolute killer of parasites. So I introduced that and started drinking it. Now let me tell you what happened to me. I started getting headaches, really, really scary headaches, like, oh my God. And you know what I did? I sat down and just thought, what could this be? If you are holding a crystal and all of a sudden you can feel a pain, what is that pain? What's working? What is happening here? Because most of us start to think, oh, I need the doctor, whereas actual fact, the pain that we're feeling most of the time is the pain of a reaction to what needs to be cleared. So I just realized that my headaches were coming in at different angles, different places, different lobes, and like, oh, there's a pain here, oh, there's a pain here. And through the day, there were different pains. And what I did was I sat down and just tuned in and thought, here, I know what it is. This is the parasite cleanse, clearing and killing the parasites. The parasites are now going into desperation mode and they're releasing toxins and they're fighting inside my brain. So they're causing the pain in my brain. So keep going, keep drinking, and these parasites are going to die and these headaches are going to disappear, which of course it did. The headaches went, and I felt much clearer in my head and my stomach. In fact, my stomach was okay. I didn't really suffer in my stomach, hardly at all. And the reason why I believe that is because I haven't eaten meat for about 5 years. So the chances of my parasites surviving in my stomach are going to be a lot less, in my humble opinion. I could be completely wrong. But in my brain, there's a lot more that they can, I think, live from and stay in there a lot longer than the gut. That's my feeling. I think the gut is easier to clear out, especially when you do a water fast. So that was basically what I did. I rested up. I didn't do anything strenuous. I just went nice and steady and listened to my body through the day. Again, the water fast does everything. So if you drink natural, fresh water, which is free from contamination, free from plastic, then you're okay. So my water comes straight direct from a water spring. I take it and put them in big glass containers. So I knew I had enough water, I was fine. If you haven't got a spring, then maybe try for bottled water, not fizzy, bottled water. Bottles, glass bottles, panna water is a great water, but there's so many different waters you can use as long as they're pure and they're natural. So after that, or in between that, my highs and lows were of fear of, am I doing this correctly? Is everything okay? I just continued going with the flow and saying everything's as it should be. I'm fine, my body's fine. I could feel myself getting slimmer and slimmer. My stomach was going down and down, and I could see I looked a bit grey, looked a bit pale. But like I said, after the fast, and then I started introducing juice into my fast, and then going on to solids, and I broke my breakfast. I started then getting my colour back into my face. Darkness disappearing and looking younger and younger, and I actually feel and look younger. That was basically the 5 days. I don't know how many days it's been since, 4 or 5 days, but I feel absolutely amazing. I'm a lot more calmer inside. My body is a lot more healthier. My thoughts, oh my God, are so much more pure, so much more clean, so much free from fear. And I'm seeing and observing like I've never seen and observed before. I think I'd like to be an observer of life now, rather than just a talker all the time. And I'm enjoying that more. I'm finding myself more in my space, more of, oh, that's interesting, instead of reacting. So in general, I worked with crystals through the 5 days. I chose many crystals and was cleansing and clearing myself with crystals. I was listening to my body, and every time there was some uncomfort in my body, I was using my oils. I used, I think, 3 of my oils. The first one was cleansing. Then I went for the sacred oil, and then I went for the healing oil. So I was using them oils. I was breathing them in daily. I was exercising. I was also doing meditation. I was listening to healthy music, and I was watching some documentaries which were uplifting and happy and joyful. I was not participating in anything on the internet. And I wasn't getting pulled into any negative situation. I was just fully focused on me for them 5 days. It was probably the best 5 days I've had for a long time, because afterwards it's a great smile on your face. You feel proud. You feel like you've conquered something. You've done something positive. And I'm a living proof to you that it's definitely healed me on so many levels. As a pure energy healing practitioner, I definitely healed myself through them 5 days as well. So I was using my practice all on my body, and I was scanning, and I was healing, and I was strengthening, and that was a really good tool to be able to use along the journey of, I think, fasting. I think it's brilliant. My thoughts and feelings weren't negative. They were always, you know what, Mark? Your body is now healing itself. So feel whatever needs to come out. Let the release begin. And I did go to the toilet on, I think, the third day that I was releasing all of the toxins from my stomach and my mind. And it was great because I could feel myself feeling better and better. And although sometimes you feel weak and a little bit like lack of energy, that's up and down, by the way. That's not all the time. Don't be fooled by this. Oh, if you don't eat, you're going to be hungry. There's no hunger involved. It just doesn't work like that. As long as you feed yourself with natural water all the time. And I was drinking quite a lot of water, guys. I think, I don't know how many liters, but a lot, because I wanted to flush. I wanted to cleanse. I wanted to clear. I wanted to, I just wanted to make my body beautiful and pure. And water is that what does. I hope this video serves you well. I hope you get something from it. What I do say to people is, I've done fast before, 7 days fast, 3 days fast. Just go steady and listen to your body. And if at any point you become worried or nervous, then just go back onto juices and then follow it through with the juice. Even if you do 2 days, it's fine. If you do 3 days, brilliant. 4 days, amazing. But don't put pressure on yourself, okay? But definitely do this. Definitely work with somebody else if you can, because sometimes if you're working with somebody else and you both go through the same thing, you can support each other. So having somebody to do it at the same time as you is a great support. 100% go-to is Don Tolman. Now, if you're a bit unsure and you're a bit worried, Don Tolman will work through with you. So that will cost, obviously, because he's going to be working with you. I think that's about $300, something like that. But if you just need to ask him a simple question, he normally charges about $50 for a question. So if there's a problem, straight away you can text him and say, Don, I'm not feeling too good here. And then he will say, okay, no problem, compensate by doing this or do this. So, it's good to have somebody there for you if you're doing it. And you know what, guys, let me tell you, this $50, this $300, I tell you what, I would far rather invest in my body than a handbag or a Gucci or an Armani or something else. I would invest in me because now I am worth more money than I was 2 weeks ago. I am worth far more in energy, in happiness, in joy, in health, in well-being, in longevity than ever before. So yes, it might have cost me money. Well, it actually didn't really cost me that much, but obviously I use my oils, I use my incense every day. The water was free, but I actually had to drive for that for 4 hours. But you know what? All of these things that I invest in myself isn't really an investment. It's just something that I feel is so necessary. So it depends how you look at life. I look at life now as if my greatest investment is this body. It's the only one I've got. So I'm going to spend as much as I need to on this body, and everything else comes second. And that's it. That's how I see life now. So I hope you enjoyed this. My oils, incense and crystals are all on markbajerski.com. I'll leave a link below to Don Tolman International so that you can get hold of him if you decide that you want to just have a quick chat with him, or a one-to-one with him, and then ask him that you're thinking about doing a fast. Can you help me? Is there anything that I need to know? He will give you all the information you need. And I'm sure there's other people out there who do fasts. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that you might be able to get free. But I always think it's great when I've got some support, and I send Don a message and I make sure I pay for that message as well and say, thank you, Don, I paid for this message. Can you help me with this? And I always feel better for it because I get the necessary truth that we all need sometimes to feel a little bit better for it. But the more faster you do, the more stronger you become in your mind, body and spirit. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this today. Sending you much love, and I hope you enjoy my top. Have a great day.